people change lanes on you quickly.
I feel like the Japa people now have things a bit easier for them.
Being a Christian in Nigeria is way different from being a Christian in the UK. They're advising us to marry.
Yeah, people would
divorce and marry somebody else because of papers.
Yeah, people in the UK a trap.
And I would spend more time in Nigeria. I've seen people that are high up there, and when I talk to them, they're so dumb.
I saw a black lady coming. I walked up to her and I said, "Can I get £5, please? I need to put fuel in the car."
I didn't even notice some people did not come until after the party, because I was just.
I think that's.
I'd already fashioned my mind to say, well, whether you're there or you're not there, I'm enjoying myself.
Where I go, beauty finds its way in the little things of every day.
All right, hello everyone, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. I've got someone here, as you can see. I've got my husband on the channel today. We're going to be doing some questions and answers. I think it's going to be so much fun today. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, well, my name is Babaji Demotaji. Yes, that's who I am.
Welcome to the channel. So we're going to take some questions. My husband, like I said, he's been my husband for 19 years now. So we just thought, let's do a video together where we take a few questions and answers. I'll ask him some questions, and then I'll also give my own perspective to some of those answers. So I think this is going to be so much fun. Okay,
let's go.
The first question I had, this is a funny one, I think. So if you had the opportunity to choose a superpower, what would that be?
To be everywhere at the same time.
Is there a reason for that?
Yes. I want to be able to see my mom, what she's doing, my daughter, what she's doing, my sisters, what they're doing at the same time, and be able to help. Yes, because sometimes I feel helpless when I get calls and all that.
Okay.
So at least be everywhere at the same time. Yeah.
I think that's an interesting perspective. I think for me, if I had the choice to have a superpower, it would be to know what will happen in the future so that I can plan for it, because I can be a bit of a planner. I want to know what's the next thing so that I can prepare for it. So yeah, I think that's what I would like, to have a superpower, just to know what's going to happen in the future, and then I can know, okay, I'll take this part instead of this part, you know. Yeah, anyway, I think that was an interesting one. So what does family mean to you?
Well, for me, family is everything. Whether people that are related by blood or related by relationship, or someone that I've chosen to be a part of me one way or the other. No matter who they are or what they do, with no expectancy whatsoever. That's what family is to me. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I think that's an interesting perspective to it. I think family to me means just being there, being loyal, being somebody that can be trusted, that can be relied on. And like you said, it doesn't have to be by blood. It could be friends. Friends sometimes become part of your family. But being there for each other, being able to have someone who has your back, I think for me is the most important thing. I want people around me who I can say they will have my back no matter what.
Exactly.
No matter what they hear about me, they're going to say, no, that's not who she is. Yeah, I think that's what it means to me. And my immediate family, you know, they're everything to me.
Yeah, for me, loyalty is a very big thing. Very, very big thing. As long as you're loyal to me, I know that this person is my own. I'm not someone that really expects anything material from anyone that much, or what you can do for me or what you can do for me. Mine is you being there for me, like you said, having my back. Because for me, once you're my family, and in the ways I described, I would always be have your back, no matter what. So it's very important to me, and I've grown to see that loyalty is a very, very essential commodity. In the days that we are now, people change lanes on you quickly once they get comfortable, and that's when they remember that, oh, you did something wrong when they were going through things. They won't remember 99% of what you did good. So people quickly switch lanes, and maybe they meet someone else, they quickly switch lane. But for me, I'm grounded when I'm with someone.
Well, that's very important.
Very, very important.
So we both have been in the UK. We both live in the UK. We've been in the UK for 20 years and upwards now. What was that thing that was a main culture shock for you when you moved to the UK? So, I mean, this was a long time ago. Things are different from the Japa and the Japa move now. It was a very different era at the time. I feel like the Japa people now have things a bit easier for them. They're quite a lot easier. It's not unusual to find people who move and they settle down much easier. I know they might think it's not easy, but in comparison to that time, I think things were a lot more tougher than it is now. So what was that main culture shock for you?
Okay, for me, I think before I came to the UK, I had my mind prepared for a lot of things. But one of the things that shocked me was from the faith area, because being a Christian in Nigeria is way different from being a Christian in the UK. When we went to university, and the kind of people that were around, the way they see God, the way they see life is way different. And but in the UK, even people that I knew in Nigeria that were Christians, and as some kind of people, when I came to the UK, they were different people entirely, and it was shocking to me. But at the end of the day, I had to get used to the kind of way people think in this side of the world. And another thing is that in the United Kingdom, no one cares. No one cares. It's much more transactional. Whatever they are with you for what they can get, and is much more transactional. Although Nigeria is fast becoming that now too. I don't know, because of the economy. It's changing. But when I first came, that was what I saw. And I mean, the way they think is way different.
I think I agree with you with the fact that people are different, and I think for me too, one of my culture shocks was people's character. Which can be linked to faith too. People's character, people that you knew that had certain standards, values. Nigeria, it's completely different to how they see things here, and then also the desperacy, the hustle mentality is times 100. People think that Nigeria, Lagos is a hustle, hustle bustle place or whatever. You get that hustle mentality.
But the hustle is real here.
It's heightened. And people will do anything. And I think another thing that shocked me at that time, settling down in terms of permanent stay and all that wasn't so easy at that time. It was maybe 2 routes. You go through the long stay, or you marry someone. Those were the routes. Now there are other routes to settling.
And people were advising us to marry.
People would
divorce and marry somebody else because of papers.
People will marry anyone, even if it's marrying a tree to get the papers. They would do it. People were so desperate. That desperation was quite shocking.
Yeah, I think it's
for
quite
me.
reduced now because there's a lot of opportunity and all that. But
Yeah.
when we came, we didn't have anything. It's that you marry someone or
Or
you
there were basically
uh
two
and
routes. Yeah.
I've been people have called me to say, oh, marry this person or divorce this
Yeah.
person, and
Yeah.
I'll be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
well, the paper doesn't make me, I make the paper.
Mm.
So yeah, people I know people that a lot of people that had British passports then
Yeah.
and indefinite leave to remain, and their life is nothing
Mm.
that I want to emulate.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And so yeah,
Mm.
the paper is good to move around, to get some kind of jobs,
Mm.
to move to one level or the other, but
Mm.
you make the paper doesn't make you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the passport doesn't make you, you make the passport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. You're right there. I mean, still on the point of living in the UK, we both have a friend who's done a few videos on a topic, and I think there's truths and maybe not complete truths in
Yeah.
some of those things, but it's wherever you fall that you
Yeah.
see. But you know the question. So, is living in the UK a trap? So,
Okay.
could it be considered a trap living in the UK?
I think you are putting me on the spot now. You want me to kind of go against one of my very, very dearest
Not
brothers.
completely go
But
against, but yeah, just your opinion.
what I think, uh, and this is where I think it's a cruise, number one. That video is a cruise and content. Um, I do not believe that the UK is a trap.
Do you believe that there are people who could feel trapped?
Yeah, you can feel trapped.
Okay.
But being trapped is not a physical thing. Being trapped is a mind,
It's a mind thing. Okay.
and maybe spiritual thing. You can be trapped anywhere in the world. I always say something. I still say it is that a lizard is a lizard, no matter where you put it.
It is, yeah.
So if you are in Nigeria, you can be trapped. If you're in America, you can be trapped. If you're in the UK, you can be trapped. And you go round and round in circles. For me, a lot of people see me as someone that is quite abrasive, quite daring or arrogant sometimes. It's only people that really know me very well that know that I'm not that kind of person. But I'm a kind of person that I believe that there's always good everywhere you are. And just like this, my brother that made the video used to say that there's always a way. Is for you to find it.
You have to find it.
And as you know, a lot happened to us in this country.
Definitely, yes.
And we were able to navigate it and come out of it. When we're talking about finances, credit card and all that, if it was available in Nigeria, people will use it and life will be better. And people that will make mistakes with it will make mistakes with it.
Yeah.
People that are using credit here are using it to acquire properties, acquire things of life that has made them to get to where they are today.
Yeah.
And they are living happy. So I think it depends on individual, the way you see it, not the location.
Yeah.
So I do not believe that the United Kingdom is a trap. At least for me.
Okay.
It's your mindset that traps you. That's why I see.
I think trap may be a strong word to use.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I feel like
and that's the content area. That's the cruise area.
Yeah. So I think that's a catchy. It's a way to
it's just to
get
catch
people's
attention. Yeah.
But I feel like how the hamster goes round. I've forgotten what that thing is called.
Yeah.
You could find yourself in that circle or cycle if you're not careful, and you could get lost in it.
Yes.
And then I feel like the people he's trying to address are the people who feel like they are better in everything than the people who are in Nigeria. And I think that there's no clear cut, this one is better than the other. I feel like it's where you find yourself. There are people who are living better in the UK, there are people who are living better in Nigeria. It's the situation you
Yeah.
find yourself and your mindset and the way of life you really want to live anyway
Yeah.
that determines which is better.
Yeah.
I feel like if you then now see yourself like, oh, I'm better than everybody in Nigeria, I think that's a wrong way to look at
Yeah.
it.
I won't say that it's still not about, in this case,
Mm.
it's not about the individual. It's about the location. I still think the United Kingdom is better
Okay,
than
in terms of the
Nigeria.
opportunities, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Fair enough.
Opportunities. If you work here, you get the returns.
Mm.
You might work in Nigeria and not get the returns. You can be rich today in Nigeria and be poor tomorrow.
Mm.
You can just once, it takes one sickness, it takes one person to say, close down his business or demolish his house, and that's it. You go into poverty.
But do you know that
So,
in the UK regulations as well, sometimes some people cannot cope with the changing certain
Yeah.
regulation if it gets stricter,
yes.
and they have to leave that type of business and do something else. But there might be also opportunities of things that you can divert.
There's so many things, and to be honest, there's so many things you can do in the UK, and as long as you're consistent and you know what you're doing, you'll be all right. I know cleaners that have bought houses. I know
Sure.
caregivers that have bought houses. I know people that do security that have bought houses.
Sure.
I know people that train workers that have bought houses.
Sure.
So it depends on your mindset again, and you be consistent at what you do.
I think this just reminded me of the guy that trains us when we were trying to lose weight. The guy that our trainer, yeah, he spends his money as he likes. He makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
1 hour is like £70 or something
Yeah.
with him. So if you had to do, throughout the day, I mean, that is just a trainer, which in Nigeria only God knows how much
Yeah.
they pay.
I'm sure when it started, it wasn't that popular, but now fitness and everything, and it's making a killing of it. It's just because it's been consistent over the years. Now he's making his wealth, and people will judge him and all that, not knowing what he has put into it.
Yeah. But do you agree that moving to the UK is not an automatic success ticket?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I know people in the UK that are just where they are.
Yeah.
I'm not talking down on them. It might be like they were misinformed. It might be,
they might still be going through their own
or they
process.
might be going through their own process.
Yeah.
And after some time, they'll come out of it. I went through my own process. I came out of it. We went through our own process. We came out of it. And life generally is still a process. If everything is going well and you're doing well, you need to check yourself sometimes. And I don't think you should be desperate. You want to make it. You want to have money. You want to be the best at whatever you do. If that's the way you think, that's fine. But don't get frustrated when things don't work. I feel consistency, learning, listening to people, listening to yourself, being determined to
and being able to adapt as well to different things. If this doesn't work, you can move on to something else. Or
so
if a particular field is getting maybe overflooded, move to the next one. Train and move to the next one.
I mean, I do information technology. I've moved around from one application to another within the same space.
Yeah, being able to So I think on that topic we can conclude that living in the UK is not a trap.
No.
I think that's a strong word. But you could, if you're not careful in your mindset, find yourself in that hamster trap where you're just going around the circle, and to you feel like, oh, this is all good, this is all cool, this is all good. But you need to look at the bigger picture and never lose your connection to Nigeria. Never lose, because it keeps you grounded when you have
I love contrary
Nigeria,
to some opinions. I love Nigeria.
I
love going to Nigeria. I love Nigeria, and I will spend more time in Nigeria. I've not just seen myself living there permanently yet, but maybe it might get there one day. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I have an open mind.
Yeah. Yeah. I
But
think that's important.
UK has been a blessing to me. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. So we're going to. I think this is the last question on the UK points. Actually. So what
Is my
was
camera
that?
still on?
The microphone
Okay.
is still on.
My microphone, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
What was that experience in the UK that brought you to the lowest point, like emotionally, or feeling down to the lowest point that you feel you don't even know if there's going to be a way out or whatever? What was that experience? Because, like you said, we've gone through, quite a bit. What was that for you?
I think it was just the immigration process. And it was not necessarily the immigration process, but because of how people around us that
Reacted to that.
I thought would stand with us. I'm not saying you should give me your money. I don't expect money. At least relate or comfort or word of encouragement or something that gave me the strongest blow. I saw the immigration process as a process that I know is going to be sorted one day, but the way people reacted or people behaved or people around us did I recovered from it because I had to quickly jolt back to life to say you're on your own.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm someone that I know that I can sort this on my own. I've tried to build myself to that level, but it was just a shock. It was still part of the culture shock or whatever. It happens all over the world too, but it was just that time. And then sometimes knocking on a particular door, knowing that I can do this.
Yeah.
I have it in me to do this. I have it in me because I knew that I had things in me. I can do this. I've seen people that are high up there, and when I talk to them, they're so dumb. And I'd be like, I'm better than this person. I can do this. But at the end of the day, knocking, trying, praying, doing everything, God said it was time.
Yeah.
And it started happening. So those were the 2 times.
Yeah.
My family has always been grounded. We had our hard times, but thank God we're here. My children, it's always been, I've tuned my mind to be a father. So it was quite adventurous for me. Not easy, difficult, but yeah, it wasn't a challenge to me. It didn't put me down.
Yeah, I think that time was a tough time to go through. Like you said, there was one particular incident that has stuck to me over the years. That was kind of my own lowest one. I think the one I remember the most was when we ran out of fuel. Drove into the petrol station.
Yeah.
We didn't have any money on us. And you had called a few people to send you money, and you were like, even if it's £5, and nobody responded. And it got to a point I was like, you know what? I got out of the car, walked, I saw a black lady coming, I walked up to her and I said, can I get £5, please? I need to put fuel in the car. And she was like, oh, sure, sure, sure. And she was like, pay for it. I'll go and refill your car and then I'll go pay for it. And whoever that woman is, God bless her, wherever she is. But for me, that was the lowest. And I also took some lessons out of it because we weren't going out for no reason. We were spending our last card, if you put it that way, our last penny
to be there for a friend.
to go be there for somebody.
For a friend, yeah.
And for me, I took a lesson out of that. You can't give what you don't have.
Yep.
So if I don't have something for myself, I don't give anything.
Yeah.
I need to have something that I know. I need to have. I know that I have something left with me before I give.
Yeah.
Anything.
I think it's still part of the cultural shock, because coming from Nigeria, the environment that we lived in, I remember in university that we contribute out of our stipends to pay people's school fees.
Yeah.
We contribute out of our stipends and the food to be able to give people food, students like us. And in church at home, the kind of home, my sister would just see someone on the road
and bring her home.
Yeah. And she would be living with us. We don't know the person from anywhere.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of environment that we grew up in. Just the same thing with you.
Yeah.
Your mother will see someone going on the road and say, have you eaten?
Yes, yeah.
And call the person and feed the person.
Yeah.
Or pay for their school fees. People that you don't know from anywhere. And I think it's still part of that shock. Thinking like, if you are there for people, they will be there for you. Yeah. But, well, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I don't blame anyone for it. It's just their knowledge.
Sometimes you need to unlearn some of these things as well. Yeah. Like you said, we both were brought up in an environment where, you know, people sacrifice, you know, very sacrificial parents.
Yes.
All our parents. My mom as well she will bring out all the food in the house when somebody comes in and offer everything, and she won't even think about herself. And I kind of took that away. But I had to unlearn some of those things. Even if I'm having a get-together in the house and I've catered, I'm going to store some food for myself to eat later. Yeah. I'm not going to bring everything out. Because I know everyone is going to finish the food and go home.
We learned in there. We learned that in the very hard way.
For me, I've taken it as good lessons because it's a good thing. And I'm passing that over to my children to say, look after yourself. You got to look after yourself first. If you don't have, you can't give what you don't have.
Yeah, we learned in the very, very hard way. But thank God, it was a good learning.
Yes.
It was a good learning. Yes. It doesn't change who you are, but it's just to adjust.
Yeah. And I think I just remembered one now that I also learned from is your 40th birthday that people like 75% of people you invited didn't turn up.
Yeah, because I didn't have money. Because everybody was making it then. They had money and they thought, oh, I don't want to sit with him.
Yeah.
People that I was there for, even when they came to this country.
Yeah. I remember
people that are sacrificed
taking out the rest of the money I had in my account. You gave me some money. I put everything together. I catered, did all the food and everything.
Yeah.
You know, I had to start giving out food in big containers because people didn't show up.
Yeah.
And I took a lesson from that as well to say, celebrate yourself. Don't wait for anybody to celebrate you. If they don't celebrate you, celebrate yourself. And that's why when we did your 50th, I made sure that people confirmed that they were coming. And we had a restaurant in a way that if people don't come, your money is not wasted. You know, it's based on whoever comes around. So, and I was prepared for anything. I was prepared for any eventualities. Whoever comes, fine. If you don't come, fine. I'm not even going to check to see who's come and who has not come. We're just gonna have a good time.
On that day, I was just living in my space. I didn't even I didn't even notice some people did not come until after the party, because I was just
I'd
already fashioned my mind to say, well, whether you're there or you're not there, I'm enjoying myself.
Doesn't matter.
In the UK, people will not associate with you if you're not doing well. They would not. And it's worse in church. Yeah, it's worse in church. And that's the reason why the kind of places I want to worship is where I don't even know anybody. I don't want to know what the kind of job I do or the kind of money I earn. I can go to church in shorts if I want to. Nobody cares. And that's how I want to live my life. I don't want to brandish what I have or what I don't have in front of anyone. I know with my family and with God, I'll be all right. And with
Yeah.
myself, I'll be all
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I think in all of it, I just always take lessons out of all of the things.
Yeah,
And I've got like a stockpile of lessons I've taken
yeah,
out of each one. There were a few things this year as well. I think we'll come to that question later that I've learned from and I've taken lessons from it
yeah.
on what I'm going to do.